flat. All right. Hey guys, I'm Cuinn with the band Modeling, and today I'm going to walk you through some of the synth sounds that we used on our latest track, Lodestone. I'd also like to thank Sequential for featuring us on their artist series and sharing our track, which you guys can stream in the description below. Woo! So I'm going to give you a walkthrough of some of the sounds we used on Lodestone, and I'm going to start with the swell at the beginning. We made this swell on the Prophet Rev 2. It's a sequential, well, it's Dave Smith, but it's a sequential instrument. I believe it was 2013, 2014. I saw a panel discussion with Dave Smith and Eric Persing. I'm probably saying that wrong. But he's the owner of like Spectrasonics, and he did Omnisphere. So two separate ends, hardware versus digital. So in that panel discussion, they talked about the pros and cons, and there's just something about the way Dave Smith spoke about hardware synths, analog synths, that I just liked, so I looked into it more. Having said that, though, I did buy both. I bought Omnisphere and this. So,
because you're rich.
Yes, because I'm rich. I have all the money. Because Lodestone came out and we made millions. So I normally use these synths to kind of replace orchestral elements in our music. We obviously use both, but I feel like when we add this on top, it kind of gives it a whole new dimension. And there's life to these, like, with our string libraries and woodwind libraries. Those are real people playing, but it doesn't feel alive like an actual real synth does sometimes. So, like, there's breath in this as well. So maybe just both of them. We just like to overdo it all the time. For this intro swell, I was trying to get an organ-esque sound, but really what came about is that it ended up sounding like a full-on orchestra, kind of. So anytime I try to make an organ sound, normally it's just a lot of harmonics and like organs and pipe organs. So I layered this patch with another. So it's basically two of the same patches. I just altered the tunings and the octave range on them. And throughout both of them, I use this a lot, the LFO. To give this sound life, basically all I do is I add in some modulation. So I'm just adding an LFO to the shape of the oscillators. That one has nothing. This one's just added to the frequency, so it kind of has a slight detuning. And same here, this is just to all of them. I can't remember, guys. This was a long time ago. We've been recording this song for a year. But I think for this one, maybe I altered it a little bit more, and then I put extra on all of the oscillators. So essentially, yeah, it's a sawtooth and a pulse. I just made that exact same sound and put it on a different layer and did the same thing over here. Just, I didn't make it exact, so everything, it's a little off, so it's going to sound like there's a bunch of moving parts. Whenever I add in like modulation to the envelope amount and the shape, it kind of gives it this like moving, let me see if I can show you guys. There's movement in there, but it's not just affecting the frequency of the oscillator. It's actually just messing with the envelope. And to me, that just sounds kind of cool. It kind of sounds like something's happening and there's something chaotic. And that's kind of like the intro of the song is pretty chaotic. So, yeah. And then I just stack them together. They're both pretty similar, both these layers. So, a big difference is that this first layer is lower in pitch, and then the other one just is up an octave. But like I said, it has all those little intricacies. And this chord, by the way, I can't play this because it's such a big chord, obviously, but I'll try to just give you some idea of what it sounds like. And yeah, we kind of did this a little bit differently whenever we're recording, but essentially how we make the swell is it's just with the cutoff. Pretty simple. So all I'm gonna do here, just to kind of be able to play the chords, I'm just gonna hold the chord down, all the notes in it, and then. Kind of like that. I can't play all this stuff with like play it and then rise the filter and all this stuff. So we did a lot of it in the DAW through MIDI, adding extra notes through MIDI. Thank you, Dave. And then we also layered this sound with horns and strings, all that fun stuff. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys what the swell sounds like in context with all the strings, the brass, and the drums. And we're going to hear what it sounds like in context.
Why is the wall laughing? Hey!
The thing that I really like about this synth is that I like the screen. I had the Prophet 12 for about a year, and the screen was bigger, and you could dive deep into that screen. But with this one, it's a really small screen. You don't use it that much just to see. It's just to see kind of little small tweaks, but you're just messing with all the knobs. So it doesn't feel like a lot of modern day synths where you have to go through the screen, scroll through all these settings. It doesn't feel as, I don't know, you feel more connected with the synth when you're not scrolling through a screen. And I like that about this. All the controls are really intuitive, so yeah, that's one of my favorite things about this synth. I did like the Prophet 12. If you want to send me that again, or if you want to send me something, I'll take it. I'll take anything by you guys.
All right, and then what?
And yeah, I just really like the sound of the sequential instrument. Something about it just connects with me. We do have Korg and we have Moog synthesizers, both awesome instruments. But personally, I just like the layout and I like the sound of the Rev 2 and also the OB6. I do have that as well. I'm looking to get the Prophet 6 from you guys. Yeah, you guys send it out. I'll try it. I'll do a review and an unboxing.
Yeah, for all of our subscribers.
Yeah, 500. Okay, guys, now I'm going to walk you through the chord sounds to Lodestone. And these were made on both the Rev 2 and the Korg Prologue. They're a layered sound. And with this sound, it's a really simple sound, really classic, like 80s sound. It's just two sawtooths with some slight detuning in there. For some of the effects, I just have a chorus. We also had a reverb as well, but with the chorus, we used a chorus in Ryan's DAW, just because we wanted to have control over it, all the effects and stuff. So, but for today, I don't have the reverb, and it's the chorus that comes on this, so it's not gonna sound exactly the same. And yeah, like I said, it's a pretty simple patch. It's a really classic sound. I don't remember doing much with this. Yeah, all I have is one LFO messing with all of the oscillators. So just to give that like slight detuning effect. And then I think when we recorded it, we messed with the filter through MIDI. So this is kind of the sound. So thank you guys for watching the video, and also a special thank you to everyone that streamed the track. If you haven't heard it yet, we have a link in the description below. Also would like to thank Sequential for featuring us on their artist series, and just a big thank you for sharing our song. That helps out a lot. So thank you guys.
Like a dying love needs a little bit of despair, but when you needed me there, I was always somewhere else. Need you like a nightmare, like somebody.
No, you just need to end it on drums. So make your pitch go lower, and the drums. Like that's your ending. It's the drums. Cause you keep going up with your pitch. Cause Ryuchi wouldn't do that. What would Ryuchi do?
Okay.
Who let the homeless man in? Hey, fuck you.
Almost there.
Almost there. It's a download.
Fuck
On
it out.
iTunes.
And you guys can buy the CD. Put it in your CD player down below. I can just go straight again.
Start over.
Also, I'd like to thank Sequential for featuring us on their artist series and sharing our track Lodestone, which you guys can stream in the description box below. Well, you're not going to stream it in the box, but you can find places to stream it in the description box below.
Go to the box. To the box.